Good Wednesday morning, another grocery haul from Nova Scotia. Big haul this week, lots of stuff to get through, lots of great deals to go through here in Nova Scotia this week. Today is the last day of the sale, but I stopped in at Gateway. That's where the vast majority of my stuff is from. I did Sobeys. I did Superstore on my way home, and then also at Superstore, I stopped in at Flashfood. Flashfood also had some great deals this week. This is going to be a slightly high spend week for me, but we got lots of good stuff. Lots of good stock up items on some expensive items. And yeah, I totally think this is worth it, especially there's only 4 pay weeks in February. So I have faith we'll be close to our month budget. Either way, I'm not too worried about it as long as there's deals and I'm staying within my yearly budget. Okay, so we did 3 stops today. I actually made a 4th stop at Walmart, but that was for a birthday present for my son. I'm going to officially have a teenager this weekend. So my first stop was Gateway Meat Market. I actually bought a couple things for his birthday at Gateway as well, just some snacky things. So they won't be included in my grocery total, but I will show you my receipt just so you can see how much money I saved. Actually, I got to grab my receipt because I don't remember the cost of things. All right, once again, Gateway is knocking it out of the park with these produce sales lately. In February, so we got the red seedless grapes were on for 77 cents a pound. Those 2 big bags were $3.31. Great deal on grapes, and if they're starting to go a little soft before the kids eat them, I can pop them in the freezer. They are great frozen. Bananas, again, the regular price, 77 cents a pound. It was $1.99 for those 6 of them. That's pretty much, I usually budget $2 a week for bananas. They also had their green peppers on for 77 cents a pound. Those came to $1.14 for those. 1, 2, 3, 5, maybe medium size. We don't go through a ton of green peppers. I much prefer red peppers or yellow or orange. But for 77 cents a pound, I can always throw them in sauces and stuff. They will not go to waste. Their tomatoes were also on for 70 cents a pound. I got 2, 4, 6 good-sized tomatoes. They came to $1.55. The broccolis were regular price, $2.97, but nice big heads again this week. Picked up 2 of those. I think that was it from produce for Gateway. They had these variety packs of 300 grams. They were $2.97 each, which are around $1 per 100 grams, which is like what I like to spend on deli meat. But I'm noticing deli meat's going up, it seems to be. Even at Gateway, it's going up a bit. So it's something that we only buy if it's on sale. It's not something I make a point of to buy every week. So the 3 packs, probably 100 grams of each, $2.97. They had these cheese strings, and I believe they're very close to expiry because it said last chance. February 10th, which was 2 days ago. There's probably enough preservatives in these for a lifetime. The 12 packs, they are the jalapeno flavored. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if it's just a thing or if there might be a coupon in there. No, it just looks like a little write-up. Anyway, curiosity. $2.97 for the 12 packs. If the little kids don't like them in their lunch, at least my son and my husband will take them in his lunch. Dave's hot sauce, we were all out. It was $3.99. And then they had these protein oatmeals on again for 97 cents. I picked up 6 this time. Last week I only picked up 2. And the kids are loving these. They did expire back in January, but once again, it's oatmeal. I'm not worried about it at all. So I picked up 6. What we do is we take 1 packet and mix it with an equal amount of just quick cooking oats. Adds a nice texture, and then it stretches the flavored oatmeal. And it's quite sweet on its own. I think it's maple brown sugar. Yeah, maple brown sugar. So it's quite sweet to just use that on its own. They didn't have any of the cases of fish, unless I asked. I didn't ask. They could have had them back. But I've been hemming and hawing on the fish because it's still $7 a pound. It's $135 for the 20-pound box, which I was planning on buying 2. But to throw $270 down on haddock for a year's supply of haddock is just, it's a little hard for me. So it's not, we have the money in the budget But just to think of it all used up at once, I think I'll just keep looking for sales on it. If it was, say, less than $100 for 20 kilograms, I would definitely buy a year's supply. So I bought 3 packages, and I try to pick ones that I know this is about what we'll go through in a meal for the 5 of us. So it's around $8 a package, $8.67, $9.25. So 3 packages of those at $6.97 a pound. They had their fries still. We still have 2.5 bags of these fries. We don't need these, but for a long time they didn't have them in stock. So when I see them now, I'm going to grab them. $5.97 for a great big bag of fries, and they'll keep fun in the freezer. They had these Cheeto mac and cheese. I think it's bacon. Yeah, cheesy bacon flavor. 77 cents a box. Like I said, we have a birthday coming up this weekend. So that is something he will have for with his birthday. I feel like it's going to turn into a birthday weekend because we have a snowstorm, I think, coming Sunday, and maybe one tomorrow as well. So I feel like we're going to be inside a lot. So we're just going to have a big bake-a-thon, cook-a-thon, make your favorite dinner-a-thons for his birthday. They had these on for 97 cents as well. They're the 4 packs. We went through 2 packs last week. I just put the last in their lunches this morning, but they're really good. So we could probably make it stretch to 2 weeks for school lunches. And they had these Ritz crackers. I bought these because last week we bought the seafood mix stuff, but my husband doesn't love the Triscuit crackers, probably why there's still quite a few left. So I got him some of these, and maybe we'll make up a snack plate this weekend too if we're snowed in. And Monday's a holiday too. Anyway, so one thing, they had a Gateway, which I think I've seen twice in the last, how long have I been going to the Gateway? 13 years. They had milk. So they had the 2 liter of the 1%. I think they had 2% as well. $2.97 for 1 liter, or for 2 liters. $2.97 for the 2 liters of the Nielsen's. So yeah, I picked up 2. I almost thought maybe I should pick up more, but I didn't want to overwhelm myself with milk. So I picked up 2. We still have some left from last week. I never did get to Circle K on Friday. These back-to-back snowstorms are really, I don't love driving in the snow, so it means I'm not getting gas as much either. And then they had these, which I have never seen, 4 liters, and of course it's in the bags. But 4 liters of the full-fat milk was $5.97. I should have bought more. I really should have. I'm going to probably turn at least 2 liters of this into yogurt. And same expiry date, February 22nd. I think I was really lucky to get these. I feel like they might have just came in because I didn't even see them on their website, and I believe I checked it this morning. So my total at Gateway with everything here was $89.74. And like I said, I did pick up a couple things specifically for a birthday gift. So my total spent was actually $101.98, but my total groceries is the $89 and change for my savings of $194.53. Okay, so that was Gateway. I then went into Sobeys. Sobeys had their craft deal this week. That was a good deal. Was their Philadelphia cream cheese. They had these on for $3.97 a block. And then if you buy 5, you can get an instant $10 rebate. Now, I did buy 10. I had to do this in 2 separate transactions. But they also had their 18 packs of eggs on for $5.44. So what I did is I put 5 cream cheese and an egg, and I did that transaction twice. I went through the self-checkout because my anxiety does not like making people do extra work. So this way I was able to do the transactions myself, and I actually was able to redeem points as well, but I do count my points as cash. I count my points off when I receive them, but I don't count them as additional money when I redeem them. Does that make sense? So I still feel like I spent the money on these, but I did use $20 in points. So my total at Sobeys was $31.58 for 10 cream cheese and 36 eggs. Okay, so then on my way home, I stopped at Superstore. So Superstore had a flash offer on today Or if you spent $25 on seafood, you get 7,500 points back. So it's worth $7.50. So I went in looking for markdowns. I didn't see anything in the seafood department, but I did get there a little late. I got there around 9:15. So I believe any markdowns that there were already gone. The birthday boy, his two favorite foods are shrimp and roast beef. We already have roast beef on the menu for his birthday, but then I also wanted to grab him a bag of shrimp. These were on for $7.99. So $7.99 for the shrimp on sale. I picked up two. I prefer the raw shrimp to put in chowder, so $7.99 for each of the shrimp, and then $9.49, which is the regular price for the base scallops. And then I got $77.50 in points back from them. These two will just go in the freezer for the next time I make chowder. And because I already have them, it probably won't be that long for now. This is probably the most I've made chowder in this year as I've made in the last 5 years. And these will be for the birthday boy on the weekend. Now, something else I've never had from Superstore before is a free offer. So in my points, I had an offer for either Atlantic butter, 12-pack of eggs, or a 3-pack of peppers. So I opted for the butter, both because it's the most expensive, regular price. I use it, and I actually am running a little bit low. And also, my chickens will start producing eggs soon anyway. These 36 eggs over here are just kind of tied over. We're getting probably three eggs every day, but then we've had some frozen ones, so they're really not quite keeping up to how much eggs we eat. We do eat eggs quite a bit for breakfast. Anyway, so I decided to get the butter, $6.99, but I didn't get charged anything for it. We're running a little low on margarine because I've been baking so much. So I got the two things of margarine. They're the 1.3 kilogram, 1.36 kilogram, and they were $6 each on sale. Now, because I got all that milk, I decided to make yogurt. And luckily, I checked this morning, actually, before I left, to see if I had any yogurt left over in the freezer. I freeze like a starter culture, and I did not. So I decided to pick up this when I was out. It was just the cheapest plain yogurt they had. It was $4.29, I want to say. I don't have my receipt right there. I believe it was $4.29. So my total at Superstore was $43.46, which seems like a lot for not very many items, considering one of them was free. 25, 35, 36, 37. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. $43.46, and then $7.50 back in points. So my total was $35.96. You're trying to save money. Seafood and dairy and butter is probably not the way to go, but still a good price for these items, and I'm glad to have them. So before I even went into Superstore, I checked in the parking lot because the Wi-Fi is terrible in there. And I feel like I hit another mother load on the Flashfood. So all of this, minus this green powder, I just made that up yesterday, or this morning actually. All of this is from Flashfood. So I don't know if this is just my Superstore, but they seem to be putting things in individually instead of just making produce boxes, which is much better in my opinion. I find when they put stuff in the produce boxes, stuff gets shoved to the bottom, stuff gets broken open because they just use bags where I'm from. So my total for Flashfood, and there's 3 of these salads, was $17.45. I think that's incredible for this, what I got. So the mandarin oranges, the 4-pound bags were $3 each. I think that was the most expensive thing I bought. So $3.06. The baby spinach was $2, and I was a little hesitant to get this. They had quite a few. I only picked up one because you know how baby spinach can be, but this looks great. This looks like better than some stuff I paid full price for. So $2 for the baby spinach. So 3, 6, 7, 8. $1 for each of the pineapples. They did not have tops. I don't know why. Maybe just because they fit more in the box. They were $1 each. These chopped Caesar salad kits were $1 each, and they do come with dressing, I believe, dressing, cheese, and croutons. So I'm looking at these, and they're not the greatest, but I do have quite a bit of romaine lettuce in the fridge. So I'm sure I can pick through it and make some decent salads. But for $1 a kit, I believe that's worth it. So $3 for those. That one's looking a little bit better. They had these corn for $1.50. I know that's kind of expensive, but not for this time of year. And they look decent. And I thought we'd have them with supper tonight. I'll just probably cook all 4 or all 8 of them. So $1.58. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, we're right. We're right on. So then they've had these before, but I've never eaten them before in my life. Sweet and sour tamarins. So they've had these on there quite a few times for like $3, $4, but they must have had a whole bunch that were coming up to expiry or something, because these were 50 cents. I think they're regular $7 or $8.99. I don't know if there's an expiry on them or not. Oh, best before April 19th, 2026. I don't know if that even makes sense. Anyway, they have them on there all the time. I don't think anyone ever buys them. So I got them to try. I figured how bad could they be. So I took one out just to try it this morning, or try it a couple minutes ago. It's very similar to like pea pod. So it must be, I'm thinking it's a sort of legume or like a peanut. So it's kind of like sticky. So I'm assuming you don't eat this part or the stringy part. And then there's seeds in it, and I'm assuming you don't eat the seeds. So I did try this part, and it's like a caramel that has like a citrus taste. I'd say it's like a caramel lemon. Anyway, it's pretty good. And I think for 50 cents for, a pound of them. And apparently you can use them on cooking as well. So we'll see what we can come up with these. So yeah, $17.45 for Flashfood. And this I ground up this morning. I decided to dry the rest of my kale and Swiss chard I had down in the freezer. It was getting quite freezer burnt. So I just dried it in the dehydrator here and ground it up and just call it greens powder. I'll just put it in soups and stuff. So yeah, just another item to add to the pantry shelves. So my total this week, my dog's starting to bark outside, so I gotta hurry this up. My total this week for everything you see here, which is a lot of higher priced items than I normally buy. The milk, the eggs, the 10 blocks of cream cheese, the seafood, butter, yogurt, everything, came to $174.73. I think great buys this week. I'm really happy with everything I got. Lots of great meals coming up this week. It should be a good weekend as well. Coming up on videos, I was thinking of maybe trying to do a few more videos on different ways I preserve things, because I do buy everything in quite large quantities. If that might be something that interests you, you can leave a comment below. I could definitely look into that. And I am getting started on seed starting as well. I started my onions and leek seeds. So if you garden, now is the time to start them. I started those on Monday. They do just sit under here. I put them in the bathroom because I didn't want the dog to knock them over. I hope you had a great week. And remember, we are halfway through February already. There's going to be some nice days coming up. And time change is not too long from now. So there is light on the horizon. Okay, have a great day. Bye now.